Hi, welcome to my channel. This is what I'm working on today. I got a little cheap Chinese just detainer, 50 millimeter. Let's see. There is the key. It is very, very gritty. I mean, I don't know if you can. I've even given it a couple squirts of Houdini trying to help it out. It's very, very gritty. So, all right. So how am I gonna get this a turn clockwise? It is still locked up. Let's see how I want to make sure I got my scale. There's the scale I want to use. Okay. So now I'm just trying to get my tension and tip just on that last disc. All right. And it wants to slip off. All right. So make sure I'm out of the lock. We'll start in the front with this one. Give it pretty good tension. Okay, so I'm going by the grittiness. So I turn, and when I get a little bump right there, and then it frees up. So it's like like stumping your toe over something. It just kind of stops and then it frees up. I mean, it's all right. You feel the tensioner gave kind of a feedback like it was pushing the sidebar, and freeze up right there. So I'm thinking that's a zero cut. Okay. I feel it give right there. So I'm gonna leave that disc right about there. I think that was it. They've been moving two discs there. Got an audible click there. Let me make sure was I moving two discs? Where's the other disc? No. Maybe I was. Okay. It is just gritty all the way. Okay, since that one was gritty all the way, I'm just going to leave it there and come back to it. Where's the next disc? Okay, I wonder if my tensioner is on it, and that's why. So I'm going to let off my tension, slide forward. There we go. See if I can move it and make sure my tensioner. Oh. So I was tensioning two, but I got it unlocked right then. So, all right. So, now I can't get my pick out to lock it back. So it is unlocked. Lock it back. It's back locked. Okay. It's just a really gritty lock. The discs are thin to say the least. Plus, I mean, this picking tip is fairly thin and it's kind of pointed. This is also meant for like tabloids. So what I'm wondering is if for this one, if I had a flat pick, would it pick any better? A little bit wider and flatter. So I'll have to think about that. And I wonder if mine will fit. I think it's a little bit flatter, but I don't know if it's big enough or small enough to go between discs or not. Let's see. Where's it at? This one I think is probably too thick to go between. What is this one? That's a mid tensioner. That one would probably work. Huh. So, all right, hang on. How much? I'm gonna fast forward and switch tips, and I'll be right back. And we're gonna just give it a try with a different style tip. All right, so I got it back all together. I was turning the lock clockwise just to make sure. I try to get my picking tip oriented so I can see the dots. I think I got it the right way. It's not, we'll go with it. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna go all the way to the back. I'm still using the RWB tensioner because this one was very thin, and I know I don't have. That's really for mid tensioning, so or random tensioning. So I'm gonna just use this pick tip, and so see if this one's any better feel or. Okay, let me grab it. All right. All right, so finally on the first disc. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna call that test because I'm getting the same result even with this one. This full flat edge. This is a pretty thin tip though. So that one did not really give us any advantage. So the disc may be just they may just be kind of polished to a pretty thin, like a knife's edge. And that's why the picking tip is sliding off. Because the only other version I have is this one, and I don't even know if that'll go between the discs. We'll give it a quick. Well, I was gonna give it a quick, but I think my tensioner tip's too thick. Oh no, it's not. Just got to get it to go in this RWB. Maybe I don't have my Allen screw backed out enough. There we go. So let's see. Get this to turn that way. Still trying to learn how to set up this RWB pretty quick, but let's see. I'm not going all the way to the back with this because I know I don't have that many discs. So. Alright. Need to cut some of my picking tips down. Alright, so make sure I'm turned all the way clockwise. Go all the way in. Try to find that disc. Alright, see. Alright. Okay, gives there. It's gritty till I go back to 0. It gave right there. It gave right there. Feels like I'm grinding sand. Okay. Did I get it? Yeah. So, all right. Let me lock it back. Come on. All right. Well, this one did a little bit better, but I mean, let's get the RWB original up here and compare so you can kind of see why. But so if you look at the two difference in the thickness, there's a pretty good difference there in the thickness of the tips. I mean, that one's almost twice as thick, but I was able to slip between because of the gaps between those discs. So of course, more surface area is going to give you easier to get on a disc, but is it going to slide between the spacers? That's the question. So anyway, all right. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of this. All right. Give me a like or subscribe or any comments below.